Good morning students. Once again welcome back to Web Technologies class. In the last class already I've explained what is the frame set tag, what is the frame tag and what are the attributes of that tag and how to navigate from one frame to another frame. That part also we completed. So in this class I will explain setting a default frame using a base. Okay. Actually, what is that? What is the base element? See, in the last class, I have given one example program. When you click on the left frame, the whatever target document is there, no, that document will open in the right frame. Okay. Now I have given right using a target attribute. I have given which is a target document for that. Similarly, here instead of giving a target frame for all the linked document, here what we are doing is we are creating one frame as a target document for all the linked document. See here, example, this is a document. We are dividing this document into two parts, two frames. Example, MPCS. Actually, when I click on this MPCS, means in this document, whatever hyperlink documents you have, and if you are clicking on a hyperlink, example, these are all hyperlink documents. If you are clicking on that, whatever the link will open in the right frame. Here also, when you are clicking on this, it will open in the right frame. If you click on MPCS also, the document will open in the right frame. So this is called as a base. Okay, means for target action. Okay, so for all the links, for all the linked document, if you want to give a same frame as a target, that is possible by using a base tag. Okay, so using a base tag, what we do is we will give the default frame as a base. Okay, so when you are giving a default frame as a base, whenever you are clicking on the hyperlinks, that document will open in the base only, not somewhere else. Okay, understood? Here by default, when you click on this, the document will open the same window. But when you click on this, what happens? The document will open the next window. Because here you are giving this as a base target. Base target means in the document wherever the user will click, that target document will open in the base. Okay, this I will explain now. So this means whenever the user clicks on the hyperlink, so the document will open in the default frame. That is possible by using the base tag. See here, I will be using HTML header. Always this base tag should be included inside the head section. So this is a head section. Okay, this is the head section. In the head section, I am giving a base target. Base target equals to F. Base target means in this document, whatever files are there, whenever you are clicking on that file, that documents will open in the base file. Now, closing the head section. Now here I am opening the body section. Now body ahref equals to a.html. Next ahref b.html. These are the two files. Next here I am giving a closing hyperlink, b closing hyperlink, and closing the body section, closing the HTML. Okay, this is one file. Now come to another file where we'll create the file. Okay, base file will create. Okay, you see here HTML frame set. Frame set, we are dividing this into two columns. Means we are dividing browser window into two columns. Okay, see here. Frame set, we are dividing the browser window into two columns. First column size is 15%, comma, second column size is 50%. Okay, what is the size of the first column? 50%. And what is the size of the second column? 50%. Okay. Now, yeah. Two sides you are given means two frames you give. Frame and close, frame set and close HTML. Example. Okay, two frames I am giving. In the first frame, I am giving a src a.html. Okay, not a.html. This file is the c.html. So here I am giving a c.html. Means in the left side I am giving a c.html. And for the next window, just I am giving a frame name equals to f2 I am giving. Okay, so actually what is the f2? Base target. Means in the c.html we have these two hyperlinks. So when you click on this a and b, this a.html will open in a f2 frame only, and this b.html will also open in a f2 frame only. Okay, so this is called as a base target. Means in a one document, if you have a number of hyperlinks, and for all the hyperlinks, if you want to give a target document, means target frame is only one. In that cases, you can use a base target. So when you give the base target in these documents, whatever hyperlinks files are there, no, all these files will open in this same frame. This frame and this frame should be same. Even uppercase and lowercase should also change. Same case should be there. If you are clicking on this, that document will open in a right frame. Example, this is here for this executable file. This file, when you will execute this, let us say c.html. In c.html, what you have? A and B, these two are hyperlinks. And the right frame name is f2. So when you click on this A, what is the file? A.html. That will open in a f2. And when you click on this B.html will also open in this. Okay, why? Because for all these files, whatever you have in c.html, for all these files, base target you have given as a f2. So when you have given a base target as a f2, whenever you click on the hyperlinks, that documents will open in a target frame only. Okay, means in the document for all the hyperlinks document, we are giving only one target, that is frame. Okay, you take screenshot of this. Now, next concept is nesting frames. Next topic is nesting frame. Actually, what is a nesting frame? Nesting frame is nothing but creating a one frame inside another frame. Okay, so example, this is a total browser window. We are dividing this into two frames. Okay, example, this is in this again if you are dividing into two columns. So these are called as a nesting. You are creating a one frame inside another frame. That concept is called as a nesting frame. That with example, I will explain now. Example, this is an HTML document. Inside the HTML document, I am creating a frame set. Frame set, we are dividing browser window into the rows. Example. Okay, so how we are doing? We are dividing browser window into the rows. Size of the first browser window is the example 40%. Size of the second one is the 60%. Okay, so here we are dividing browser window into the two horizontal frames. Now, again, here the first one frame src. In the first frame, we are executing example a.html. Okay, like this. First frame in this a.html you are executing. Again, this frame we are dividing into the two columns. So again, what I am doing? Frame set. We are dividing into two columns. The size of the first one is 50%, size of the second one is 50%. So this is a 50%, this is a 50%. one frame set inside another frame set. This is nothing but a testing. So here again frame src example a.html. Here example a1.html. Second one is frame set frame. The second frame a3.html. Here a3.html. And I am closing the frame set. This is again I am closing the one more frame set. This is for outer. Okay, this is the inner and this is the outer frame set. Okay, so if you are creating a one frame set inside another frame set, then this is called as nesting. You can write a one frame set tag inside another frame set tag if you want to include more number of frames in a single browser window. Okay, you text into the first. About iframe tag. Iframe. Next topic is actually what is iframe is? Using a iframe concept, you can create a frame on a single HTML document like this. Example. This is your HTML document, simple HTML document. On the single HTML document, if you want to create a rectangular region like this, and if you want to create any content here, and you will get a scroll bars like as usual, you will get in a normal frame. So that is possible by using a iframes concept. Here what we do is, here in the total in one HTML document, we will create one rectangular box, and in that rectangular box, you can display some content. Okay. So here we are using iframe concept, and this iframe is not used inside the frame set tag. Okay, simply you can write in the body section and you can display the content like this. HTML body. Inside the body I am writing a iframe. Iframe source example sunset.jpg. One image I am including and I am closing this. Okay, and when you are including the image and when you are closing that, after that you close the frame or iframe. It is called as an inline frame. Actually, it is included on the browser window only. Next, close the body section and close the HTML. So this is an iframe concept. Iframe is not included inside the frame set, and this is included inside the body tag. Okay, so when you execute this program, you will get output like this. This is a browser window. No? A separate rectangular box is displayed. In that rectangular box, we have given sunset.jpg, that is displayed. Example, instead of a sunset.jpg, if you have executed any file like a.html, b.html, c.html, that file will open here. Okay, instead of clubbing more than one HTML document in the frame in the browser window, here a separate document you can highlight by using a iframe concept. Okay, iframe is similar to frame only, but here it is not included inside the frame set tag. So okay, here iframe, and what you want to execute, that you can give iframe sunset.jpg. So in the rectangular box, what I am displaying the sunset.jpg, and I am closing the iframe concept. Okay, so this is about complete phrase. Okay, so actually what is the use of the frames? Using a frames concept, you can divide browser window into the different parts, and that process is called as a framing. And when you are dividing a browser window into the parts, each and every part is called as a one frame, and one frame is used to execute one HTML program. Okay, so whatever properties you have for a normal window, same properties you will get for a frames also. Clear? So, and how many elements, mandatory main elements you have in the framing concept? Frame set, frame. Frame set tag is a parent element which gives the information about means how many frames you want and what is the size of each and every frame and how you want frames. That information to the browser. Next, frame is a child element which gives information about which HTML document should be loaded into that particular partition. Okay, that is a part. And next, using a target attribute, you can give a information when the user clicks on the hyperlink where the document should open. That information you can give. And you can give a base frame, and you can give an inline frame, you can give a nested frame. So you have number of concepts in a frames concept. For all the concepts, in the next video, I will give you the practical part. Okay, so this is about frames. With this frames over, in the first unit, only one topic left, that is a forms concept. After the frames video, I will send the forms also. Thank you. Hello students, I will explain now in this practical part. I will explain practical part of base tag and iframe tag. Okay, so that I have not explained the last practical class, so that I will explain now. So here first I will open the notepad. In the notepad, first I will give you the example in A2. I'll open A2.html. This already I have explained in the last class, this program. See, ahref, a3.html, a5.html. In a2.html, I have given link for a3.html and a5.html. And when you click on that, where that document should open in F2. What is the F2? That also I will show you. F2 is a right side frame. So here I have divided browser window into the two columns, and size of the first one is a 40% and size of the second one is a 60%. In the 40%, what I want to execute, a2.html I want to execute. In the next frame, it is only I am not executing any file. It is a simple blank window. And what is the name of that window? F2. So when I click on left window, what happened? That file should open in the right side. You can see here. For this target, what I have given? F2 and F2. This name should match. So here, like this, if you have a number of files here, okay, here is simply how many files we have? 2 files. But in this exam, suppose in this file you have 3 and 4 links files, and for all the links I want to keep the same target. So instead of writing this target so many times, what I will do is I will use the base tag. So when you use the base tag, what happened? Whenever you will click on that links, no, all the links will open in the same window. Okay, you no need to give a separate target for all the hyperlinks. For all the things, for all the hyperlinks, you can give the same target. So if you want to give a same target for all the hyperlinks document, here we'll use a base tag. Base target. Target equals to F2. So base target means for all the hyperlinks, base target is F2. Okay, means all the links will open in that window only. Now saving this file, save. Now we'll open. Here I have removed target, and we'll see. I will open a main. In PCS, it is opening in the right window, and MS is also opening in the right window. Because for whatever links present in this document, for all the links I have given the target as a right window only. And what is the name of this right window? F2. Okay. Now, here what is the use of the base tag actually? Base tag gives a base target for all the links present in the document. Means when the user clicks on this in PCS, this a3.html will open in the F2, and when the user clicks on the MSCS, all will open in the same window, and the window name is F2. Okay, so using this base tag, you can give a common target for all the hyperlinks present in the left window. Now, the next program is a iframe. So, iframe is also one of the concept of this HTML. Here using a iframe, what we can do is we can create a rectangular box inside a one browser window. See here, HTML. Here we won't write the frame set. We will write the body tag. Inside the body tag, I will create a iframe. It is called as an internal frame actually. Iframe. Iframe. What will give is file. Source equals to example a3.html. Close this and close the iframe. Now iframe is means actually it is the internal frame. I am saving this. Here I am giving this file name as a7.html. All files saved. Now I will show you A7 file. You can see A7 file, and I am opening this with the browser window. See, this is called as iframe. Okay, on the browser window, a small rectangular box is displayed. In that rectangular box, whatever content is there, that content will be displayed. Instead of creating a separate window, separate partition for a left and right, here what we are doing is we are creating a small region, small part, and in that part only whatever file is there, whatever file output is there, that will be displayed. That is the iframe concept. Okay, so using a iframe, what we are doing is we are not creating any frame set, we are not using any frames. What we are doing is just one box we are displaying on the browser window, and in that box only whatever program is there, that program will be executed. That is called as an internal frame, and internal frame is created by using a iframe tag. You see, iframe is nothing but a small rectangular box. In that box, which program you want to execute, that is a source. Okay, that is a a3.html, and this tag should have a closing tag. This is the opening tag, and this is a closing tag, and this will write inside the body section. And example, in a frame set tag, when you write the frame set, body will not appear. But when you write a iframe tag, body tag is compulsory, because it is a small area of the body tag where the one file will be displayed. Here I have given a source a3.html. Similarly, here you can give the images, whatever objects you want to display on that particular location. In that location, that file you include as a source. Okay. So this is about iframe base tags, practical part of frames. Okay, with this our frames concept is completed. So in the next class we'll discuss about forms.